Most people want peace. Most people want freedom. But they forget one truth. Freedom has a price, and the price is pain. Freedom doesn't come from ease. It comes from suffering. Not the kind that breaks you, the kind that builds you. Because here's the truth. No one wants to admit. Every version of you that lived soft, chased comfort, and avoided pain is still trapped. Trapped in mediocrity, trapped in excuses, trapped in the prison of your own limitations. You see them everywhere. People living half lives, settling for scraps when they could have the whole meal. They talk about dreams while sleeping through reality. They speak of change while clinging to the familiar. They mistake comfort for happiness. They confuse safety for success. But freedom? Real freedom isn't comfortable. It's not safe. It's not guaranteed. Real freedom, the kind where your mind is clear, your body is sharp, your soul is steady. That freedom, you pay for it in advance. And the currency is discipline, discomfort, and daily sacrifice. Every morning you choose ease, you mortgage tomorrow's freedom. Every time you avoid the hard conversation, skip the difficult workout, postpone the necessary work, you're signing contracts with mediocrity. The prison walls aren't made of bars. They're made of excuses. I'll start tomorrow. I'm not ready. It's too hard. I don't have time. These aren't reasons. They're chains. And the key to those chains? It's forged in the fire of deliberate suffering. The kind you choose. The kind you walk into with eyes wide open. Because voluntary hardship creates involuntary strength. When you embrace the discomfort of discipline, you build immunity to the discomfort of life. When you choose your struggles, you stop being chosen by them. The athlete who suffers in training doesn't suffer in competition. The student who struggles with study doesn't struggle with ignorance. The person who faces their fears doesn't get controlled by them. This is the paradox of freedom. You must first become a slave to the right things. Slave to your standards, slave to your commitments, slave to your vision of who you're becoming. Most people run from slavery of any kind. They think freedom means no constraints, no obligations, no demands. But that's not freedom, that's chaos. That's weakness disguised as choice. True freedom comes from voluntary imprisonment to your highest values. When you lock yourself to excellence, everything else unlocks. Your potential, your power, your peace. But the world will tell you otherwise. It will whisper sweet lies about shortcuts and easy paths. It will promise you freedom without cost, strength without struggle, success without sacrifice. Don't listen. Listen instead to the voice that calls you forward into the uncomfortable unknown. Listen to the part of you that knows, deep down, that you're capable of more. That voice is telling you the truth. You want to be free? You're going to have to suffer first. You don't become strong by hiding from pain. You become strong when you walk into the fire and choose to burn. Weak minds chase ease. They run from hard days. They numb themselves with noise, food, distraction, pleasure. They think freedom is doing whatever they want. But that's not freedom. That's slavery to impulse. You eat what you crave, scroll what you crave, sleep when you feel like it, quit when it hurts, and you call that freedom? You are not free. You are owned. Owned by your comfort, owned by your fear, owned by your excuses. Look around you. See the masses living on autopilot. They wake up tired, scroll through their phones, eat whatever's convenient, work jobs they hate, come home exhausted, and repeat. They call it living. I call it dying slowly. They've confused choice with freedom. They've mistaken options for power. You have 1,000 streaming services, but you can't sit alone with your thoughts for 5 minutes. You have endless food choices, but you can't control what goes in your mouth. You have infinite entertainment, but you can't find meaning. This isn't freedom. This is sophisticated slavery. The chains are invisible now, made of algorithms that know your weaknesses better than you do, made of comfort that keeps you soft, made of distractions that keep you blind. And you pay for these chains. You beg for them. You defend them. I deserve to relax. Life is short. I work hard. I should enjoy myself. These aren't philosophical insights. These are the mantras of the enslaved. Because here's what they don't tell you. Every impulse you follow makes the next one stronger. Every comfort you choose makes discomfort harder. Every excuse you accept makes discipline more distant. And the mind, it plays tricks on you. It whispers, just this once. You deserve a break. It's too hard. But that voice isn't your friend. That voice is your chain. That voice has been programmed by a world that profits from your weakness. A world that makes money when you can't control yourself. A world that grows stronger as you grow weaker. The system doesn't want you free. It wants you dependent. Dependent on convenience. Dependent on entertainment. Dependent on external validation. Dependent on instant gratification. Because free people are dangerous. Free people think for themselves. Free people build instead of consume. Free people lead instead of follow. But freedom isn't given. It's earned. And the price? The price is everything you think you can't live without. Your comfort zones, your bad habits, your victim stories, your excuses. You want to know the difference between free people and slaves? Free people do what they don't want to do. Slaves do what they want to do. Free people wake up early when they want to sleep. Slaves sleep in because it feels good. Free people eat what their body needs. Slaves eat what their emotions crave. Free people face hard truths. Slaves hide behind comfortable lies. The slave thinks they're choosing. The free person knows they're sacrificing. And here's the brutal truth. You can't negotiate with weakness. You can't compromise with comfort. You can't make deals with your lower self. You either dominate your impulses or they dominate you. You either control your mind or it controls you. You either break your chains or they break you. There is no middle ground. There is no gentle path. There is no easy transformation. You want strength? Then suffer. You want confidence? Then break your ego. The world doesn't give you freedom. You take it. With blood, sweat, and tears. Think of anyone who's truly free. The fighter with discipline carved into his bones. The monk who sits for hours in stillness. The master who says no when everyone else says yes. They suffered. Every day. On purpose. Not because they love pain, but because they love freedom. The only way to change is to suffer. I was born with no magic, so I'll have to work 10 times harder than anyone else. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. They aren't superhuman. They are simply willing to bleed now so they can breathe later. Freedom from addiction. Freedom from chaos. Freedom from being a slave to every emotion and every urge. You want peace? You earn it. You want power? You bleed for it. Here's how you suffer in a way that sets you free. You want freedom? Then earn it. In the dark hours, when the alarm hits and your mind screams, just 5 more minutes, but you get up anyway. Not because it's trendy, not because someone told you to, because you said you would. And your word is law now. Your body? It's been sitting in silence for too long. Movement is pain, and that's the point. You lift, you run, you stretch, not to look good, but to remember you're alive. The pain brings you back to now. The noise? Kill it. The apps that steal your hours, the scroll that numbs your purpose, cut them off. Get bored. Feel the emptiness. Then fill it with something real. You think strength is built in comfort? No. Strength is built in cold showers, in brutal workouts, in the pages of books that fry your brain. You do what you hate until it doesn't scare you anymore. That's how power is born. And when the voices get too loud, when your mind feels like a storm, write. Don't let chaos own you. Put it on the page, face it, rewrite it, until your thoughts serve you, not sabotage you. This is how you suffer, not to break, to become free. And yet why? Even when we try our best, just by living, people hurt others without even realizing it. So long as humanity exists, hate will also exist. I just think the guy with the most freedom in this whole ocean is the Pirate King. The cage is not outside you. The chains are not on your body, they're in your mind. Your comfort is the cage, and the moment you embrace pain is the moment you find the key. The purpose of life is to find the heaviest burden you can bear, and bear it. A dream is something you do for yourself, not for others. You will suffer, you will bleed, you will break, but through that, you will awaken. You will become something the world cannot control. It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. You don't escape pain. You face it. You carry it. You learn to dance with it. And one day, you look back and realize you had to suffer to be free.